This last manga chapter, chapter 59, seems to be a bit polarizing. I understand some people don't like it because it was somewhat uneventful, and I do agree with that, but sometimes you have to have chapters like that to illustrate the importance of the fight. And really the whole purpose of that chapter was to show the Goku versus Moro fight. There really wasn't a lot of story progression, but one of the things that did progress the story was confirmation that Mirrors did indeed train with Goku for a long time on figuring out how to master Ultra Instinct. And unfortunately, according to Mirrors himself, as he's talking to Whis and Beerus, he tells them that Goku was able to figure out how to use Ultra Instinct Omen or Ultra Instinct Sign at will, but when it comes to the completed Ultra Instinct form, that is to say the silver-haired perfected Ultra Instinct form, Goku was unable to tap into that at will. And even though he's still able to harness the power and the speed of Ultra Instinct Omen, which is higher than blue and red and everything else, but using Ultra Instinct Omen comes at a cost, and that is the fact that, according to Whis, Ultra Instinct Sign might be a gateway to Ultra Instinct, but it is not stable, and maintaining the instability of that form comes at the cost of an incredible amount of stamina. So this right here is a major revelation because it pretty much proves that there is absolutely no way that Vegeta will be using Ultra Instinct in this arc to beat Moro. In fact, based on that statement by Whis, it's almost like Taro is telling us that Ultra Instinct Omen, at least, is not going to be enough because of the problems with the stamina. Now, this might sound a bit too much like how Super Saiyan 3 was back in the day. It seems to be kind of similar, but the difference is that with Super Saiyan 3, there was a lot more throughput as far as energy consumption goes. It eats up a lot of energy until Goku eventually was able to use it, better and better. Which is why I have theorized that the Super Saiyan 3 that Goku used against Beerus in Battle of Gods was actually a better version, a more powerful version, and one that Goku was able to finally find stability in. So with time, it's possible it could be that way, but according to Whis, that does not appear to be the case with Omen. Instead, with Omen/Sign, it will never be stable. And thus, because of this, it seems unlikely that Goku will be able to really defeat Moro without jumping in and out of the form. And even he himself says that balancing his own stamina is not something that he's very interested in. In fact, it seems like he wants to finish the fight as fast as possible and not really enjoy himself like how Goku had done throughout the history of his life when he fights. Now, this video is about Vegeta, and the only reason why I'm even illustrating these points is to discuss the fact that Taro is telegraphing the future of what's going to happen in this arc, and he's telegraphing that even though Goku trained with Mirrors for 3 months in the Room of Spirit and Time and was able to work on improving in various different ways, including his ability to use Ultra Instinct Omen, it's not going to be enough to defeat Moro, and unless Goku is able to tap into the perfected silver-haired Ultra Instinct form, it's not likely that Goku is going to beat Moro in this arc, because Moro showing off his true power at the very least would be equal to Ultra Instinct Omen Goku, and if Goku is using a form that is unstable, it doesn't appear like it's going to work. Plus, let's not forget that Moro has the trump card in his back pocket of being able to absorb energy. So if he needs to, he can either absorb Goku's energy or run away. Even though he did state that he's got plenty of energy, as he's fighting, he could always suck up more and more and more if he starts to get tired. So this victory against Moro is not going to come by some miracle transformation, or at least not anytime soon. The key, as we've said in the past, is Vegeta. Now, I did a video last month that did a tremendously high amount of views, more than I was expecting, about Vegeta coming in and maybe tapping into a new power or a new form. And in that video, I talked about how it is unlikely that that's going to happen. Now, it's pretty much even further proven, or there's even more evidence of that not happening, because Ultra Instinct, which is what we know of as being the Zen ultimate peak of power in this franchise as of right now, is not going to cut the mustard unless Vegeta learns some other way to access the form, and that doesn't appear to be the case at all. We see Vegeta stubbornly, even though in some ways intelligently. I would say stubborn is more of a, kind of a, not the right word to use, although some would call him stubborn. This is actually smart. He's choosing not to quit his training early. He's choosing to finish his training because there's some kind of power the Yardrats know that are going to make him the key player behind this. Now, many folks have theorized that this is the arc where Vegeta will be the hero. This is the arc where, unlike in the past where it's been other characters like the Z Fighters, and in some cases even Vegeta himself, fighting the villain until Goku shows up and saves the day like he always does, that's going to be the inverse of that, and that Toyotaro will give the shine to Vegeta. No matter which way you slice it, Vegeta is going to get shine in this arc, but it's not going to be because of a new transformation. I've already said in the past many times that I feel like I have transformation fatigue from Dragon Ball Super. This is only my opinion, but I don't want there to be any new forms in Dragon Ball when it comes to Goku and Vegeta. Other characters, Gohan, Trunks, whomever, that's different. But when it comes to Goku and Vegeta, I think anything past Ultra Instinct right now or in the next few years, I don't want to see it. I feel like now the battle should be more based on strategy and technique. In other words, go back to basics. Go back to how things were in Dragon Ball, where you had to use your head and kind of outwit and outperform your opponent using your brain and your body and not just some miracle trump card form. It's been done to death in Dragon Ball to where it's a trope, and I feel like now, hopefully, things are going to be changing for the better in that Vegeta's new technique that he learns from the Yardrat, not new transformation or new trump card, a new technique that he can learn from them, a strange, bizarre, and different technique he can learn from them, whether it be spirit control or whether it be the ability to actually nullify, if not cancel, Moro's energy manipulation, is going to hold the key to victory here. Now, I've said in the past that I'm not saying Vegeta's going to show up and just beat up Moro and that'll be the end of it. There will be more drama involved. Let's not forget that we have other characters out there who are part of Moro's army who have not gotten re-involved in the fight again. For example, the android and some of his minions are still around. So this could take several different twists and turns. Vegeta could show up with his new technique, possibly cancel Moro's energy absorption, and then Goku can deliver the finishing blow with Ultra Instinct Omen, or possibly he does tap into perfected Ultra Instinct for just a split second and does that enough to win, or Vegeta can work together with Goku to team up to beat the guy, which seems to be the most likely way it's going to go. That way Goku's not just pushed to the background, although he probably should be here. Because like with Resurrection F, Vegeta did end up being the big hero in that arc until Frieza blew up the Earth, and then Goku again became the hero. So it was kind of a bait and switch there. In this instance, I would not go with the bait and switch. I would have Vegeta become the ultimate victor and have Goku do the assist. You know, instead of Vegeta doing the assist, have Goku do the assist. Let's not forget that players like John Stockton and Steve Nash are star basketball legends, and they didn't always dunk the ball or perform shots. They were passers, they were assist guys, and they're very talented. The pass is the most beautiful play in basketball, many believe, including myself, if performed right. So I feel like Vegeta getting help from Goku is the right way to go. I think that would be the best way to go. I do not foresee Gogeta or Vegeto, because the theme of this arc has not been fusion as far as these two characters coming together to form a new super being to defeat Moro like they did Broly in Dragon Ball Super Broly, but rather the story of them individually pushing their bodies and their minds to their peaks and opening up their minds and realizing that once again, even though they think they've learned everything, even though they're training with angels now, they still don't know everything, because the Dragon Ball macroverse, the multiverse, is vast and huge and old, and we never knew about Moro until this arc. We never knew any of this. So there's always something new to explore. There's always something new to discover. And there's always something new for Goku and Vegeta to learn, not only about this macroverse, but also about themselves. And that, to me, is a beautiful story. So I got to give them credit if they go in that direction. But right now, it seems like Vegeta will be the hero of this arc, or at least have a major role to play in the victory against Moro when that comes. And it might not even be anytime soon, because this thing can go on and on and on. It depends on what they have planned. Anyways, with that being said, I will bring this video to a close. I am always open to reading your comments about this and your thoughts, but I, for one, am excited to see where this goes and hoping they do something different this time. And I'm hoping that the very next arc after this will be something totally different and not in the same theme. You know, I want something more unique and creative. But so far, this could go a multitude of ways, and I like the fact that this time Ultra Instinct is not the trump card, and that there has to be something greater and something different out there for them to learn to defeat this opponent. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. We'll catch you down the road.